Well, hello there, friend. Can we talk for a moment? I want to ask you something that might feel a little personal, but it's important. Have you ever noticed your energy dipping lower than it used to? Maybe you're feeling more tired these days, or that spark of vitality just isn't quite what it was. You're not alone. Many of us over 55 start noticing shifts in our strength and stamina, and sometimes it's tied to habits we don't often discuss openly. Today, I want to gently explore one of those habits, excessive masturbation, and how it might be quietly sapping your vitality. But more importantly, I want to share practical, kind ways to reclaim that strength. This isn't about shame, it's about empowerment. It's about honoring your body and giving it the care it deserves at this wonderful stage of life. So, let's walk through this together, step by step. You see, as we age, our bodies change. Hormones shift, recovery slows, and what felt harmless in our younger years can start taking a toll. Excessive masturbation, like any repetitive activity, can drain our physical and emotional reserve. It might leave you feeling foggy, low on motivation, or even achy. But here's the beautiful truth. Your body is incredibly resilient. With a few thoughtful adjustments, you can rebuild your strength and feel like yourself again. In this video, we'll start with 2 foundational steps: understanding your body's signals and creating a nurturing environment for healing. Simple, doable things you can begin today. First, let's talk about listening, really listening to your body. Your body speaks to you in whispers before it shouts. Maybe it's a lingering fatigue that coffee won't fix, or a sense of depletion after self-stimulation. That's your cue. Think of it like tending a garden. If the soil's exhausted, you let it rest before planting anew. Start by keeping a gentle journal. Not a strict log, just a few notes each day. How's your energy? How's your mood? Do you feel energized or drained after certain activities? This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. My friend Bob, who's 68, did this for a week and realized his low moods often followed days of overindulgence. That awareness alone gave him the power to pause and choose differently. It's about becoming your own best ally. Next, let's create space for renewal. Imagine your energy as a precious reservoir. If it's constantly being tapped, it needs time to refill. One powerful way to do that is by introducing pauses, intentional breaks that honor your body's need for recovery. Try this. For the next week, commit to 2 rest days where you consciously redirect your energy. On those days, swap the habit for something replenishing. A 20-minute walk in nature, a warm bath with Epsom salts, or even a quiet cup of tea while listening to your favorite music. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Martha, a viewer in her 60s, told me she replaced her evening habit with knitting, a calming ritual that left her feeling accomplished instead of drained. Small shifts, friend. They add up. Now, I know this might feel overwhelming at first. Change often does. But remember, you're not alone on this journey. What we've just touched on, listening to your body and creating restful pauses, lays the groundwork for rebuilding. And in our next conversation, we'll build on this foundation. We'll explore gentle physical practices to restore your vitality and how nutrition can quietly support your recovery. Because this isn't just about stopping a habit, it's about starting a new chapter of strength and joy. So here we are, friend. You've started listening to your body's whispers, those little signals telling you when it's time to rest and refill your energy well. And you've begun weaving in those gentle pauses, those moments where you choose kindness over habit. That's such important groundwork. Now, let's gently build on that foundation. Because recovery isn't just about stepping back. It's about stepping towards something better. Towards strength, clarity, and that grounded feeling of being truly present in your life again. Let's talk about movement, but not the kind that exhausts you. I mean restorative movement. As we get wiser, our bodies crave gentle, nourishing activity that helps rebuild rather than deplete. Think of it like oiling a hinge. Smooth, steady motions keep everything flowing. Something as simple as 10 minutes of morning stretching can work wonders. Focus on your hips, lower back, and shoulders, areas that often hold tension. My neighbor Gary, who's 71, started doing just 5 minutes of cat-cow stretches and gentle spine twists every morning. Within 2 weeks, he noticed less stiffness, better sleep, and, this is key, a natural reduction in urges driven by restlessness or discomfort. Movement isn't about punishment, it's about loving your body back to balance. And when we fuel that movement, that brings us to our next gentle shift: nourishment. What you eat quietly supports your body's healing journey. Now, I'm not talking about drastic diets or counting calories. It's about choosing foods that steady you. When we're depleted, we often crave quick energy fixes, sugary snacks, extra coffee, but those leave us crashing harder later. Instead, think steady energy. Add 1 or 2 replenishing foods to your day. A handful of walnuts or pumpkin seeds for zinc and magnesium, minerals that support calm nerves and muscle recovery. A warm bowl of oatmeal with berries for sustained energy. Even a small sweet potato with your dinner. They're packed with potassium to ease muscle fatigue. Helen, a lovely woman in our community, told me she swapped her afternoon cookie for a slice of avocado toast sprinkled with sesame seed. She said it didn't just boost her energy, it lifted her mood too. Small changes, big rewards. Here's a golden rule: add before you subtract. Don't start by taking things away, start by adding nourishment. When your body feels truly supported, those cravings for quick escapes, they often soften on their own. And speaking of support, let's touch on rhythm. Our bodies thrive on gentle routines, especially as we age. Going to bed and waking up around the same time, eating meals at consistent hours. This creates a container of safety for your nervous system. When life feels predictable in small, loving ways, stress eases. And stress, as you know, can sometimes drive those cycles of overindulgence. Try this. Set a wind-down ritual 90 minutes before bed. Dim the lights, sip chamomile tea, read a real book, not a screen. This simple act signals to your body, it's time to restore. Tom, who's 63, said this ritual helped him break a decades-long pattern of late-night restlessness. He told me, "I finally remembered what real relaxation feels like." These steps, gentle movement, steady nourishment, and calming rhythm, work together like quiet friends lifting you up. They're not about willpower, they're about welcoming your strength back home. And as these habits settle in, you might notice something beautiful happening: more energy for the things that light you up. Gardening, grandkids, woodworking, or just sitting peacefully watching the bird. That's the real goal, isn't it? Living fully. Now, moving forward, we'll gently explore how to tend to your emotional landscape, because true strength lives where body, mind, and spirit meet. But already you're doing such important work. Honor the quiet strength you're building. You know, as we settle into this conversation, I'm reminded of something my grandmother used to say. Strength isn't just in your muscles, it's in the quiet moments when you choose yourself. And that's exactly where we find ourselves today. You've learned to listen to your body, to nourish it with gentle movement and steady foods, and to wrap your days in calming rhythms. Now, let's gently turn toward the heart of true resilience, your emotional landscape. Because healing isn't just physical, it's tenderly tending to the feelings that might have been whispering beneath the surface all along. For many of us, habits like this become a way to cope when we're feeling lonely, anxious, or adrift, especially in these later chapters when life can feel quieter. But here's the beautiful truth. You can meet those feelings with kindness instead of escape. Start small. When you feel that familiar pull toward old patterns, pause and ask, what do I truly need right now? Is it connection? Comfort? A moment of peace? Then offer yourself that very thing. Call a friend, step outside to breathe in the fresh air, or even write down what's weighing on your heart. My friend Evelyn, 67, keeps what she calls a kindness jar. She writes down one loving choice she made for herself each day, like phoning her sister instead of isolating. It's not about being perfect, she told me. It's about remembering I'm worth caring for. And that brings us to our final, most powerful step, reclaiming your sense of purpose. When we anchor our days in what lights us up, whether it's tending roses, volunteering, painting, or telling stories to grandchildren, we fill our inner well so deeply that old habits naturally lose their grip. Purpose isn't some grand, distant thing. It's the small joys that make you lean forward and say, yes, this matters. Try this. Each morning, name one thing you'll do just because it brings you alive. Maybe it's replanting that windowsill herb garden, finally organizing those old photos, or even sitting quietly to watch the cardinals at your feeder. When Roy, 72, started carving wooden birds again, something he'd loved as a young man, he found his restless evenings faded away. My hands were busy creating, he said, not just distracting. So let's bring this full circle, friend. You've walked through understanding your body's signals, creating space for renewal, moving gently, nourishing steadily, finding rhythm, tending your heart, and awakening purpose. See how these threads weave together? Each one is a quiet act of devotion to the life you deserve, vibrant, grounded, and deeply your own. Progress might come in waves. Some days easy, some days tender, and that's okay. This isn't about never stumbling, it's about always coming home to yourself. If this journey resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What small step felt most meaningful to you? Your wisdom might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps others find these gentle conversations. Consider subscribing too. We explore so many ways to thrive in these golden years together. Remember, your strength isn't gone, it's simply waiting to be rediscovered. However your path unfolds, walk it with kindness. You've lived, learned, and loved through so much already, and the best is still ahead. Here's to your courage, your resilience, and the beautiful life you're reclaiming, one gentle choice at a time. You are growing. Always.